I just felt like coming. Greetings to all my families and friends, all of my acquaintances, all of my business partners and ministry partners. Because I believe I cannot do this on my own. My wife and I cannot do this on our own. Our team cannot do this on our own. We are here to thank God. All right. So before I share my brief encouragement, I want to thank everybody that supported us in our conference we had last month or 2 months ago, October 12th. Yeah, 2 months ago. It was a success. I did not see it coming, even though I believe in the word that God placed in our heart to do this outreach, but I did not see it coming. And when it came to pass, I had to sit back and I'm still digesting it because of what the Lord did to help his people. The Hope Beyond Bars Conference, first edition. We partnered with the Oath Foundation. The Oath Foundation and the Hope Beyond Bars, we partnered for this conference. And it was a success. We're still reaping. We're still reaping the harvest. We're still reaping. Even 2 months after, we're still reaping the harvest. And we know who get the glory. We had inmates that served time that came out, and today they are hiring people. We had bunch of people platform. They came and presented the way they are helping with this community, because it is a community that God is reaching out to. They are not forgotten. And I can tell you this. Let me just drop this Bible scripture. Christ himself, the Son of God. Christ, the Son of God. The letters, as most Christians, the way Christians love to quote it, the letters in red in the Bible. Christ said this: I was naked, you clothed me. I was thirsty, you gave me water to drink. I was hungry, you fed me. Then he says this: I was in prison, you did not come to pay me a visit. I was in prison. He did not say Peter, John. Christ said, I, the Son of God, was in prison. You did not come to see me. You know, when I was preparing this conference, my partner and I, when we were doing this conference, preparing it, I met with couple pastors, couple mega churches pastors. And one question I asked them: when was the last time you preached on prison outreach? I asked them, Pastor, with all due respect, when was the last time you had the outreach to prison? 95%, I'll say 95% say never. But they will talk to us about feeding the poor. They will do that because you have to give to feed the poor. They will talk to us about offering and tithing. They will talk to us about church attendances. They will talk to us about all the other stuff that generate income. But they will not talk to you about prison ministry. You know why? Because prison ministry is one of the ministries where it's demanding. It's pulling from you. And nobody sees that ministry outreach. It's like behind the curtain. When you go to, nobody wants to do any dirty works. Put it that, okay, that's the right word. Nobody want to put in to doing the dirty works. We all want the platform, the light, marriage ministry, financial ministry, evangelism ministry. We all want things that are seen from the pew. We all want to get that credit, that aggrandizement, that acknowledgement that such is doing ministry, such in the public. But down in the basement, behind the curtain, when we go see the poor, when we go see the inmate, the prisoner, when we go see people shut in hospitals, most churches don't even address that. If you doubt me, ask your pastor. This Sunday or next Sunday, ask your leader. Say, Pastor, when was the last time you preach or you minister or you had an outreach with the inmates and the prisoners? Now, when he answered you, when your leader answers your question, you take it and you meditate on it. God gave us this burden. He didn't give it to everybody else. That's why if God gives us this burden, we have to take it and run with it. And therefore, we have to call out everybody that's supposed to be in the field doing what Christ has done. We have to call them out because God gave us this burden, and that makes us responsible for this assignment and calling out those that are not doing what they're supposed to do. My team and I, we will step on people's toes. We will step on people's toes. But guess what? We are not here to please nobody. We are here to please the Master. We are here to please the one that called us. We are here to please the one that assigned us. We are here to please the one that gave us that burden. The question that I get the most is, have you ever served time? I wrote a book, all these conferences, all these projects coming out. People ask me, have you ever served time? Why in the world are you so concerned about the inmate? And my answer to all of them is this: if Christ talked about it, I have to do it. If Christ talked about it, I have to do it. Christ talked about giving, I'm giving. Christ talked about loving one another, I am loving. Christ talked about forgiving your enemies, I forgive. Christ talked about do not forsake the gathering of the brethren. Come to church, I go to church. And if Christ talks about visiting the prisoner, the inmate, and I hear it, I will do it. So I thank you so much for those that supported the conference. We had the Virginia Beach Supreme Court show up. We had the Hampton Mayor show up. We had the Portsmouth City Sheriff Department show up. We even have the Sheriff Department. They allowed a current prisoner. They allowed that current prisoner to come out and attend the conference. They had a special accommodation for this conference that my partner and I organized, that attended. And we had newspapers, news medias calling left and right to hear this vision. And we know who get the glory. We know who get the glory. So I thank you for that mission. Now I am coming with another mission. This is an ASAP, as soon as possible mission. We have a campaign that my team and I put together. We want to partner with the Norfolk Regional Jail Detention Center to give them gift in this holiday season. They have a bunch of kids, bunch of juveniles who are serving time. And based on past experiences, this juvenile never have any visit from the family members. Ain't that something? While you and I are celebrating with our family members, we are talking about gift and what to give and all this stuff. We have some juveniles. Of course, they might have committed a crime. They might have made a mistake. Of course, they might have been found guilty by a judge. But guess what? The law enforcement will take care of that. The law enforcement will take care of that. But my job and my team job and your job is to be the hand of Christ, to be the feet of Christ. Christ said, Christ, the Son of God, he's telling you, he's telling me, when I was in prison, you have not visited me. Here's an opportunity for all of us to apply that scripture. Here's an opportunity to tell Christ, yes, Lord, we saw you in prison. Here we are to pay you a visit. How? We bring in gift to Juvenile. We have a list that the Norfolk Juvenile Detention Center, they provided us. They have a list, a request, and they're asking for our help. If you're able to do all of it, more power to you. If you're able to do part of it, more power to you. But I'm asking to put in your shopping list this request for an inmate, the juvenile. There are a bunch of kids that will have no gift, they will have no personal visitation or family visitation, but you and I can make something happen. And think about the joy that God will have in heaven when we do this to the least ones, to the little ones. So before I check out, before I go on and mind my business, I encourage you to consider the words of Christ. When I was in prison, you did not come to visit me. You have an opportunity. I have an opportunity. My team and I, we have an opportunity to visit the inmates by giving gifts these holidays. All right? No burden, no pressure. If you don't feel like it, move on. If you feel like it, the flyer is available in all my social media. Go to the flyer, get information, and do what you have to do. And see how God will bless you, because God honors his word. God honors his word. All right? Again, thanks so much for the conference. We have a bunch of projects coming up. Believe me, we will make noise. As some newspaper media, people calling me and saying that we heard some noises that you are making. And I say, I'm not making noise. My God in heaven, anytime God moves, he makes noises. People will hear the noises. Grounds are shaking. We are bringing the love of Christ to the place nobody wants to go. To the place the people who hang on titles. People who hang on titles don't want to even get their hand dirty. That's where we are called to go. See the flyer and see if you can help. God bless. And God will give you the means. Let me tell you this. If you want, you will. God is able to give you the means to help the little boy and the little girl. All right? God bless.